everybody. Welcome. It has been a while, but welcome back to Laser Vision Comics, our Prowlers and Paragons series here on Restless Barbarian Gaming. My name's Bolthra. I am the GM, and I have with me tonight 3 players. This is the second part of a story that began in a prior issue for our friend Polymer, and is now come to Checkmate Issue number 2. That's the way we roll here. If this is your first time here, welcome. We're glad you're joining us. Please be sure to give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already, because we've got lots of games going on here. I'm going to first introduce the person this is their issue. So I'm going to have Jeffrey introduce himself and his character.
Hey, that's me. Hey, everybody, I'm Jeffrey, and I'm so psyched to be back. I'll be playing Checkmate, who is the alias of the 16-year-old Augustus Menthorpe, a child progeny that has an affinity for video games and is really has... kind of inside of a scenario that is reminding him of a game, but this is real life, man.
All right, let's go to Mr. Limey next.
I'll be playing Polymer, your ever-loving favorite vulcanized superhero.
That reminds me of nothing for some reason. And Q.
Hey, everybody, I'm playing Zero Fox, the avatar of Fox, the concept of Fox as a mythical creature rather than of just an animal. They've been, kicking around the human world for hundreds of years. So it's not like they're out of touch or anything. They're just a little quirky.
Well, in the prior story, Polymer Issue 1, Polymer Issue 2, I gotta get that straight. Our heroes had arrived, mostly just the 2 of them first. It was Checkmate and Polymer, to a kind of an odd situation happened in Canton, Ohio. Some balls of glowing light had appeared on a highway. They investigated, they tried throwing things into said glowing balls of light, and while they were doing that, someone else from perhaps another place, another time maybe, had found himself in a white sphere for some reason. Zero Fox is not quite sure how he got there, but he did manage to kind of push a little bit on the substance that was in front of him, and it turns out that he was in one of these glowing balls of light, because then Polymer helped pull him out. They then found that someone else was emerging from one of these lights. A mysterious character who they found out later is named Griffin, who seemed to be a little arrogant, maybe perhaps little smug that he had escaped from something. He seemed to have some powers that made his form become very thin and hard to grab, because the group did try to stop him, and he actually dove headfirst into the blacktop and swam through it, swam away from the characters. So he has something rather odd going on. Now, unfortunately, our friend Checkmate found himself interacting with one of these globes, and he had been pulled in to one of these globes by this mysterious Griffin. Checkmate then found himself in a hallway of all places that led to what he found to be some kind of prison. He met up with some prison guards from somewhere. He was taken into custody, as far as he knows. Our other friends, Zero Fox and Polymer, did follow, and have now, yes, bad dog, and have also traveled down this same hallway, and have reached a membrane, almost a doorway, that they also saw these guards there. They've since passed through this membrane, and as they arrive on the other side, they find themselves face to face with rifle wielding guards in some kind of armor, but they do find Checkmate standing there, looking no worse for wear. He is not in handcuffs or anything, and he seems about as bewildered as you guys are. The guards are a little more confused now because there was one. No, wait, now there's two more, and one of them is freaking big. And they've kind of taken a step back as they look at Polymer, and then they're kind of. And is Zero Fox in his uniform, shall we say?
When Zero Fox is Zero Fox, they are always in uniform.
Okay.
They do not exist without the uniform. The mask doesn't actually come off.
Okay. All right. Yes. And one thing about Griffin is he was wearing clown makeup, which was even more bizarre. Who knows what kind of weird combination of things is going on with him. But the guards are. They still kind of have their guns trained on Polymer, but are you guys with the kid?
Yeah, they're with me. They're with me. It's all good. Sorry, I should have said something about it, but
how'd you get here? As I'm poised to like.
Talking to the guards?
Talking to Checkmate. How'd you get here?
Oh, sorry.
Probably the same way that you did. Did you come in through the sphere?
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming after me. Then yeah, same way, I guess. Boy, where do we start? There's a lot to. You might want to brace yourself, because boy, this is gonna sound cheesy. We're in the future.
Okay.
Well, that went over better than I thought it was going to.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll let you fine gentlemen take it from here, because you know more about what's going on than I do.
Do we?
Well, I mean, these guys, the
Yeah.
Oh,
the guards. Sorry, I didn't even ask what your guys' name was. I mean,
hi, I'm Zero Fox. What's your name? The first guard.
Henry.
Good to meet you, Henry. You like your job?
They're like, maybe we ought to take you guys to the warden's office.
Sure. I'd like to meet the warden. He's the one in charge, right?
She.
Oh, even better.
They're kind of all just looking at each other like, you guys aren't with Griffin, are you?
No, we just met on the way in.
Yep.
So why didn't you stop him if you saw him coming?
I didn't know I was supposed to.
And you guys, and Polymer and Zero Fox did not see him. And Checkmate really only sort of felt him in passing. So, yeah, they will kind of surround you guys. There's about 4 guards. They will try to surround you. They don't keep their guns trained on you yet, but they will start to take you through further hallways. You see signs on the walls about A block, C block, B block.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a sign that says you're in kind of a like a four-way hallway that says administration. And
Before we go in, I would like to use my Cloud Mind's power and my Illusion's power to, you don't really turn technically invisible. It just, they stop noticing me. But I want to replace myself with an illusion and just kind of hang back a little bit.
Sure.
So I'm with the group, but behind the group. And
Okay.
An illusory Zero Fox is in there.
And they get to roll against that?
They do. So I would roll my 4D of Cloud Minds, and they would roll. Hang on, I just looked it up. Willpower, I think it is.
Okay.
I'll double check. I'm pretty sure it's willpower.
It's been a while, folks, since we played this, so we're all a little rusty. So.
Willpower, yep.
Okay. All right. So.
Hopefully they're guards, so they have like one die.
Yeah.
I got a 4, so 1 success.
They're max security supervillain future prison, so.
You got 4, you said?
I got 1 success.
You got 1 success. Oh. One of them notices you still. The others keep walking, but the one who was kind of like on the side of Polymer kind of does a double take, like
He's now wondering why there's 2 of me.
Yeah. And he's like, hold up. We got a duplicator. And they all stop.
Oh, sorry. Catch up to myself and kind of like step in to the illusion and drop the illusion.
All right.
Sometimes I forget myself. Thanks for pointing that out.
So, and he kind of like taps something on his watch. He's like, one of these is a duplicator. We may need the unit prepared. And you hear, copy. All right, let's keep going.
Sorry.
You one of them rolled real well. So, as you're walking down this hallway, you get to. You see a like a window coming up, and the hallways in this place are all gray, kind of dark, but you do see a window coming up. And as you get to the window, I'm gonna have each of you guys take a look out the window, and just give me a perception roll.
All right. Oh, much better. I got 2 6s, so 4 successes.
Okay.
I got 2 successes, but I rolled 1 6 in the 5th.
Okay. All right.
0 successes.
Oh God.
1 3 3 5.
All right. You decided to look left instead of looking right, and perhaps bump into a guard. Polymer and Zero Fox, you look out, and it is the the darkness of space, and you see stars. And just very, very, you'd have to lean forward a little bit. You can see the Earth below.
Ooh, I'm not sure I like this.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
And the guards kind of shoves Checkmate, like, hey, come on. And now you see it, Checkmate.
Oh, whoa. This complicates things.
Yeah, not only have we traveled through time, we've traveled through space.
Do you think we're going to be able to get back to our time?
Oh, I hadn't thought about that.
I've got any more of those things?
Oh, I bet Jake wouldn't like that.
Would you ask Polymer?
Got any more of those weird balls we can try?
All in my pocket. Yeah. We'll keep an eye out for those. More of those balls.
All right, guys. Come on. Nothing to see. Let's move along.
What do you mean nothing to see? How long have you been working here that this means nothing to you?
I've been here 12 years.
Oh. Do you get much vacation time?
Some. Sometimes, but there's not much to go back to.
Oh gosh.
What does that mean?
Well, all the scum that we hold in this place has caused so many problems down home that sometimes this place is a relief from what's happening down there.
How long does it take to travel back and forth between here and there?
When they send a supply shuttle back and forth, we can hitch a ride back to go see our families. But most of our shifts are a couple months on, maybe a month off.
Oh,
Wow.
and there's no space for your families to live here?
They wouldn't want to live here
Well, then I guess it can't be that much worse.
because sometimes when weird stuff happens, and he kind of smirks. He's like, we don't want them near here. So
Too
Well-
dangerous.
Well, if the supervillains are being kept prisoner here, and stuff is messed up on Earth, what about superheroes?
there's still some of them. If you can
Okay.
call them heroes anymore. Sometimes they're as bad as the people they swore to protect us from. Come on, let's get going.
Right, yes, the warden's waiting for us. Sorry.
Yeah. Hustles you along. You approach an office area where there is a kind of a large open door. Almost think of it as like on Star Trek when you see like the captain's office or whatever. Big open window space. And there is a woman sitting at a desk, has a keyboard in front of her. She has kind of short blue hair. She's very thin, chiseled features. And his head is down. When she looks up at you, you see that her right eye, there's some kind of mechanical implement on it. And she just kind of looks up quickly, and she's like, who are these guys?
Hi, I'm Zero Fox. Nice to meet you.
I said, Warden, these guys showed up here right after the incident with Madcap. She's like, so Griffin's gone, but we got 3 of these guys in exchange? And she's just like rubbing her eyes. She's like,
That's the
All
way
right.
I understand it.
she's like, all right, come on in. She points to 2 chairs and kind of looks at Polymer. She's like, you're gonna have to stand.
Okay.
The chairs probably break the chairs.
Right, I forgot you're rather large.
And she's like, all right, what are your names?
I'm Zero Fox
Okay,
This is
Zero
Checkmate.
Fox.
and Polymer.
And how did you manage to? Well, I would like to say my inescapable prison, but Griffin got out, and apparently
We call
people
yeah.
can get here when they want to.
We crawled into a giant floaty ball.
If it helps, we are from the year 2023.
What? Wait. 23?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
How
it's
the-
been that long since the last issue.
Technically, I think there was one in earlier this year, but anyway, that's one of those C issue, whatever. She's. What did that little freak do this time?
Who is this madcap person?
And she's like, he is a pain in my neck. He is, as far as we can tell, we think he's maybe some kind of magical creature who seems to delight in causing chaos. And we have been trying to capture him for probably as long as you guys have been around. We don't know if he is able to jump dimension to dimension, but somehow he got into the prison, and I don't know how he got in. And all we know is that he appeared in Prison Griffin's cell, and then the video went out. And then the next thing we know, we had some kind of doorway, something open that Griffin went through. We don't know how he then got out of his cell, how he got out of C block, and then down to this portal. Because our cameras all seem to malfunction.
Sounds familiar. We've dealt with Madcap before.
Yep.
He's a real blast.
Well, a little bit of chaos can be fun.
She just kind of gives you this grim look. You notice she has some kind of cybernetic eye that you notice it the pupil kind of goes in and out wide, like she's studying you carefully.
Zooming in.
Yeah. She kind of just leans back in her chair and says, "We can check the records for you guys. And until I can prove who you are, I have to insist you stay. Is there any way we can prove who you are, who you say you are?"
I mean, if there's any history on the Eternity Alliance, that might be helpful. Polymer and I are part of it. Well, like recruits. But you know, and hey, maybe if all that happened in the past, is there a way that you could check back that far to an incident where, like, searching up any name of Griffin in history, maybe something would show up in the archives. Maybe that would give us a clue about what we're supposed to do next.
She kind of goes over to a keyboard she has. And she says, "Oh God, isn't this where they always talk about this? These things are going to cause a time paradox." She's like, that's even above my pay grade, dealing with that stuff. And so she kind of taps some things in. And you see kind of from her screen, this like hologram kind of thing appears. And you see a hologram that comes up of a couple faces you recognize, Quark and Old Man Winter, and it kind of scans through a couple faces, and then you see Polymer, and then after a couple seconds, kind of like it then shows like a 3D image of Checkmate. She says, "But," and she's like, "You're not supposed to be," and she's like pauses, she goes, I'm not supposed to say anything."
Well, I mean, we're kind of already breaking the space-time continuum, whatever. I mean, the paradox has already happened when Griffin and Madcap did their thing, so...
Right.
What?
These guys are probably already dead anyway.
And,
Well,
and
that's
then
That's a thought.
yeah. And then she was like, and then she just kind of glances over at Zero Fox like, asshole.
What? People die?
Rubber lives forever.
I believe that was the name of an issue. The rubber meets the road. She's like, "But so that means that either she's like, how do I put this delicately? That you're not supposed to be alive now.
Well, yeah, hundreds of years ago.
Yeah.
Well, supposed is a strong word. We're here now. Use us.
Yeah, what he said.
All right. Yeah, because the whole situation has gone completely to hell in a handbasket. All right, I'm game. Because I have really no way of proving you are who you say you are. All right. Well, and she looks to one of the guards. Henry, take them to Griffin's cell and let them, I guess, take a look, see if maybe there's something that maybe we missed. And he's like, and keep him there? She's like, I'm still thinking about that. Why don't you take him there for now? And this time only 2 guards will escort you, but they're going to take you to C block, where his cell was. You kind of come back the way you left. You enter a section that says C block, and you look, and there are probably 8 levels in this place, all of different levels. You see railings, and you see these glowing doorways. They're all like this orange glowing doorways on all of these places. And you hear from different, you hear like shouting, screeching, all sorts of bizarre noises. Hey, hello, Mike.
Hey!
Hey!
Yeah. The guard takes you up a set of stairs, and you go up to about the 3rd level. Takes you past a couple cells. In one of them is someone who looks like they have almost like a grasshopper head, and grasshopper arms, but they're wearing like kind of like a jumpsuit. They come skittering up to the orange door in front of them, and they start like scratching at it as you're walking by. And it's like it starts like sparks start coming off, but they're like their mandibles going out, like as they watch you walk by. You get to another cell. There is a man with a rather large head and a mustache and a beard, and he's just sitting on a bed, like reading a book, and just kind of watches you guys walk by. You get to the 3rd cell, and the orange light that is the part of the doorway is still on. The guard hits something on his watch, and the orange like disappears. Like you assume it's like some kind of force field, and you go in, and this is Griffin's cell. And this is where I might like some rolls, please.
Sure.
How about some investigation rolls? Because I love investigation rolls.
Eggs.
Okay.
Sure.
4 successes, 2 4s, and a 6.
Wow.
Okay.
It's a square room.
It's a square room.
1555.
Well, actually, it's 11 and a half feet by 12 and a half.
There is a bunk in the corner. The bed is made very neatly, very military looking, made up. The cell itself is very clean and tidy. There is a desk with a chair, no writing implements, and you do see some books on the desk. But offhand, you don't see anything right away that tells you much about this person.
Okay. I want to spend a page centering myself, and then pop over into the spirit realm to see if anything looks different from there.
Okay.
It takes a moment for me to.
Okay. How about everybody else?
Visually, does anything happen to Zero Fox when they do that? Do they shift out of reality, or are they just standing there?
Yeah, I'm gone. Turn invisible. Shift to the literally shift to the spirit realm. Ghost walking kind of thing. So you won't be able to see me or hear me or anything like that.
Zero Fox?
Go ahead. Real break?
Okay. Now when Zero Fox does this, you notice that in the spirit realm the room looks kind of the same, but there are around the doorway where you came in, there's it almost looks like LED lights would kind of trail around the frame. Give me another investigation roll, please.
Sure.
And this time I would like at least 3 successes.
Well, how would you like 2, 4, 6 successes?
You
2 successes, 2 and a 4.
Okay.
I couldn't get much better than that.
Okay. Yeah. You know what the guard had for lunch. Now, as you're able to kind of move around, now you're not able to walk through walls or anything like that. Even if you tried, you're going to realize a bump.
Right. And I'm used to doing that, so I'll bounce off the wall.
Yeah, they've built this place for people who can do things like that. But you, as you're kind of looking around, something in your instinct says look down, and you drop to your knees, and then you're able to, underneath the bed, you think you see something glowing, like a pinkish reddish glow.
Okay, gotta reach for it.
Okay. It is warm to the touch, but it is, you pull out and it looks like it doesn't look like it is. It is a necklace, with a thick silver chain, and it has a ruby in it, and it's a ruby in a pendant that's shaped like a heart.
And am I holding the actual necklace, or
Yeah.
Okay, so it's there in the spirit realm. Ooh,
Yeah.
that's intriguing. All right, anything else in the room?
Not anything that you notice of interest.
All right, then take a moment to recenter myself and slip back over into the room, sitting on the bed.
Okay. And then when you come back,
swinging the
the
necklace around.
the other two see Zero Fox sitting there now with this necklace in his hands. And the guard goes, "Hey, what?
I found this under the
what is
bed.
that? What is that?"
Does this look familiar?
No. It's contraband.
Any idea how Griffin could have hid it in the spirit world?
No. That isn't listed on his dossier of powers.
Oh. Well, maybe it's not his. It could be somebody else's, I suppose.
Probably
Who was in
Madcap.
this cell before him.
Yeah, probably Madcap.
Ooh, maybe this is how he used it to block out the cameras and stuff.
Well, what does it do? We have like some magical inscription on it, some special words.
I don't know. Here.
You can investigate it, or let's see, what are the
Put it around in there.
I don't have a coat, so
I was going to say there is no occult in this game.
it's already professional.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's just go with investigate.
Investigate.
Yeah.
It's a pretty rock. It looks good for a Halloween costume.
Mhm. It's like Titanic in space.
Yeah, but wasn't that one blue?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I could try looking at it with astral sight, though I don't know that it would have looked much different than the pinkish glow we saw before. But
The pinkish glow isn't visible here. It was only when you were in the. It's not glowing on this side. Sorry.
okay. But if I do, like, turn on my astral sight, it's still glowing. It hasn't stopped. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it glows in the astral, but I don't know what that means.
Me neither.
Henry, are there any magic experts on the base, station, prison? What do we call this place?
We don't really keep. He's like, this is Omega Center. We don't keep any specialists like that here. There's too many people who might be corrupted and try to help somebody escape. Kind of grind. Almost looks like he's getting ready to grind his teeth.
Have there been many escapes?
No, this place is. We used to say it was almost impossible to escape until.
Well, it's still almost impossible.
He doesn't seem to take any solace in that.
Well, so if you're so wary of the supers, then how are you able to capture the villains? Some of them are pretty powerful, I would think.
There's still organizations around to deal with those kinds of things.
So the Eternity Alliance is still around?
He's like, nah, they've been long dead for a while.
Well, we're alive, so we count. Right? We count, right, guys?
It's like when they make a it's like when they make a remake of those like really, really old time movies from like the late 1900s.
Actually, Polymer, give me a charm roll to see if maybe your joke will elicit maybe a chuckle from Henry.
Oh, I got 2
Okay.
Nice.
from 2 dice. That's amazing.
We still haven't verified who you guys are yet, but
How many people you know have our abilities?
he's like, but you don't. He's like, the Eternity Alliance doesn't exist anymore, so you really have no authority anywhere.
So I've got like some communicator and like some tech. Would any of that have been like issued by the Eternity Alliance? Maybe there's like a branding or like I don't know.
I mean, you can show it to him. It's been a couple hundred years. I mean, he's gonna look at it and be like, yeah. He's like, you guys don't exist anymore. So
Yeah, I'm still here.
Does Disney World still exist?
Disney what?
Oh man.
Wow.
He's
Things
like,
are
where?
bleak.
He's like, where was that?
I get them confused. I think Disney World was in Florida and Disneyland was in California.
Oh, Florida. That place sank into the ocean.
Oh gosh.
Oh, that's right. You guys didn't do anything about global warming, or you guys just ignored it all back then.
Yes.
I'm 16.
Hey, Greta could kick your ass.
He's like, all right, well, I need to take that necklace.
Yeah, sure. I don't know what to do with it.
Checkmate, did you want to take a look at it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and you can do an investigation roll on it as well.
Or like you got like science or something useful.
I mean, that's kind of my bag. All right. A 1, 3, 5, and a 6. 2 successes.
You got 2? Okay. There, bless you. There is some kind of writing, some kind of scratched in characters in this thing, and the others would have noticed this too. You got a little closer to it, but you'd probably need something. You could try science, and any of you can try science if you'd like to look at it again to see if maybe you notice a pattern.
Academics?
Yeah, academics as well. Yep.
We have to
I'll try science. Just in case.
Oh, still got 2 successes.
Okay.
2 of
Still
4.
bright and red.
What was that? What was that, Lemmy?
It's still bright red and pretty.
Okay.
Good.
All right.
1, 1, 3, 2. 1 success.
Okay. And what did
Well,
the
it's 3 between the 2 of us, or between the 3 of us.
Okay. They're no characters that you recognize. There's nothing from an alphabet you recognize there. And the guard and Henry seems ready to take it from you, so you kind of have one more chance to do something.
Hold it up to a mirror in case it's backwards.
Yeah. I'm going to put it on.
Okay, you put it on. Okay. When you put it on, everybody sees it glow. And Henry's like, all right.
Yeah. I don't know about that. Here, take that.
He takes it. And he's he looks like he's looking for maybe like a pocket or something to put it in. And as he does that, the necklace slips out of his hands and goes flying back and sticks to Zero Fox's chest.
I didn't do that. That's not me.
Interesting.
Try to pull it off.
And it doesn't stick hard to you.
Mm-hmm. But it's attracted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Does that happen if whoever was the last one to wear it?
Here, you try.
All right.
Right.
Checkmate will place the necklace on.
No glow.
Huh. Okay. And Checkmate will take it off in case he doesn't want to get any whiplash or anything, and will try to walk away from Zero Fox.
Okay.
While holding the necklace.
Okay. Yeah, nothing.
It just doesn't like you, Henry.
Well, you can. And Henry's like starting to take a step back, and he's like, "All right, I gotta call this in." So he kind of steps out of the cell a little bit.
You might want to bring the door up just in case.
And he's like, "What?" He kind of turns back. What?
Well, we don't know what this thing does. I mean, it's fun.
Fun.
Wait, so like close us in here?
Yeah, I like that.
And Zero Fox, you said fun?
Yeah, it's exciting. It's new stuff.
The necklace floats over and hits you in the chest. And the force field goes up. Whoop. And now Henry's on the other side. He's like, I didn't do that. What? And
I didn't do that. Did I?
Oh no.
It's what's his name's toys.
I'll slip the chain over my neck so
What's
it's
his
not
name?
sticking to me.
The clown guy. It's one of his toys. Madcap.
Madcap as well. Do I
when you
feel
say-
any different?
And,
Do I-
and when you say madcap,
oh Lord.
there's a little poof in the corner, and this smiling little gnome character is like, he's like, I thought somebody called my name,
Not you again.
and he kind of and it doesn't work, and he kind of steps out of this smoke, and he's like, oh wait, who are you guys?
Hi, I'm Zero Fox. You must be Madcap.
I am. And he looks over at Checkmate Polymer. He's like, oh, no. I have no quarrel with you, gentlemen. And I must bid you adieu. Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
Springing into action.
Yeah. Polymer, give me a really just a strength roll, because you're big enough that like you're.
Oh, that I'm good at.
Yeah.
7.
And you grab him by the front of his vest, and you're able to like hold him, and then he's like, he's like, there's no need for this, gentlemen. I believe we can come to a peaceful resolution of perhaps whatever harm you think I have caused you.
Since I have a grip, I'm going to use my other hand to make sure my grip is secure, and just point it towards Checkmate so he can talk to him.
And he kind of looks over at Checkmate. I remember you, young fellow. I believe we met before.
We sure have.
And you were a reasonable young fellow. Not perhaps prone to violence as much as your large friend is here.
My opinion may have changed recently.
I can't say why it would have. And your friend here, the Zero Fox, he seems quite agreeable. Perhaps he maybe has a calmer head that we can discuss whatever issue or problem seems to have arisen.
Well, you seem to have sucked us into the future. We'd like to go back.
And you've let out one of the inmates here.
Oh, well, Griffin and I may have had a simple transaction. What he chose to do with what I provided him does have consequences, yes. I mean, for every gain, there must be a loss. And perhaps his gain was your loss. That I cannot control. That is the order of the universe, my friend.
Oh, cut the crap. You know you had a hand in this.
I perhaps did. Again, a simple business transaction with Griffin. Perhaps I can have a transaction with you as well, my friend. Outside, Henry is calling into his thing, and you hear the sounds of boots approaching, and you also hear some of the other cells around it. People start shouting, and they're screeching and pounding noises as more guards are approaching.
They don't like the guards.
And Madcap kind of leans over and looks at Polymer. Could you put me down now, my friend, just so that I can conduct voice without hurting without hurting myself?
Sure, I'll put you down. Place him down and cast Polymorph on him.
Okay.
It's a willpower resist on his part.
Okay. Okay.
Terrible, bro. Only got 2.
I would like to use leadership. You get an ally can re-roll 1 challenge roll.
Ooh, good.
Nice.
Okay.
One time per scene.
Okay. So, all right. So he has to roll willpower against that.
Yes.
Okay.
So I have 6, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 successes.
Okay, he only got 4. So
So you know, it's a
Oh, we
different,
beat him by 5. Got full control.
and he turns into a little tire.
What?
Turns into a little tire for 5 rounds.
and
He
and he had
breathes
and,
and
and,
everything.
and you just see these 2 eyes on the tire and a little mouth going, what have you done to me?
It looks like you've had an early retirement.
I like that one.
He's like, that was not funny, young man. He's like, this is demeaning.
You look
This
tired.
is and he sighs. He's like, well, I can't help you if I'm like this now.
You're talking. That's good enough. You said you wanted to talk, so talk.
I find you very rude, sir.
I could have turned you into a convent.
And he tries to like look around. He can't turn or anything like that. He's like, could you point me towards the Zero Fox, please? Perhaps someone reasonable I could speak to.
Careful, Zero Fox. He's a tricky one. And he's stalling.
Mm-hmm.
Well, why haven't you left yet?
That large man here was holding me in his insanely strong grip, and now he has clearly turned me into a form that I am not able to do really anything of much use besides just sit here. So I will just sit here with the likes of you.
Okay. So what's it going to cost to get us back to 2023? The exact moment when we left, please.
Oh, that could be very difficult.
Elaborate.
Well, as I said before, there are things that are lost for every game. Choosing a particular year and time, well, there could be irregularities.
Like what?
Your results may vary.
Can you put
Like
some
we
sort
end
of...
up in 22. We end up in Christmas, New Year's,
Well, I can
Inside Out.
I can certainly get the year.
What kind of anomalies are we talking?
Yeah. He kind of clams up a little bit.
Well, it looks like I'll just forget how to turn it back to normal.
Then I guess you're stuck here with me, aren't you?
We're stuck here without you, so what's the difference?
Very well. There may be challenges in getting back to the appropriate place and time.
So you can't do it because you're a no-talent hack. I'm using taunt. Frustrated to give up his information.
He's like, I'll show you a no-talent hack. If you turn me back, I'll show you exactly what I can do.
Well, that's not my problem. You just can't handle the simple tire.
Yeah.
Also, powerful might, you should have been able to catch on.
I do not want to speak to this individual anymore. And he's kind of like trying to like move his eyes to like look at Checkmate. He's like, young man, you and I were having a almost civil conversation.
All right, but my patience is wearing thin, kind of like the tread on your side.
I get a rim shot sound effect. I would be able to send you back to 2023, but I cannot guarantee it will be your 2023.
How many are there?
Like blades of pieces of a broken mirror. A mirror can be shattered into large pieces, small pieces, minute pieces. These are the dimensions that are all around us.
So what good are you then?
Well, apparently I was good enough for your friend Griffin.
Not our friend, he's a convict.
I've never met him.
We're approaching probably round 4, so you've got a little bit of time before he pops back. Yeah.
Maybe we should lower the force field and step out and leave him in here while he's incapacitated as a tire.
The guards are outside now, and the warden has appeared. And she says, "I'm not opening that door yet. If he's in there, he needs to stay in there. I'm not opening this door."
Well, you can't keep us in here indefinitely just because he's in here. He's incapacitated right
I can't
now.
take a chance on him getting out. How the hell did he get here anyway?
Magic.
That is a good question.
Henry tells me there's something about a necklace that just appeared, and then he appeared.
Yeah, what's the deal with this necklace, Madcap?
How do I know you're not in cahoots with him?
Oh, come on. Really? Why would we trap ourselves into a prison cell with the culprit?
I don't know. He's a crazy little monster.
Fine. I guess Polymer can just turn him back into whatever his normal state is, and then we'll see if he can get himself out of here.
Okay, I wave my hands.
Okay.
Hobbity.
And he's back.
I've got a family. What if I can't get back to them?
I cannot, and this is the warden, I cannot take that chance. Now, Madcap is kind of like stretching, and he's like, "Hello, warden. Good to see you again." And she's like, "Oh, you little bastard." She's like, "We're gonna keep you in there." He's like, "Are you sure you can keep me in here, though? Plus, I might have new friends."
Don't push it.
We're not friends of yours.
And he then turns back to Checkmate and says, "Do you want to go back? I can help you get back to 2023.
Checkmate is desperate for a solution. He thinks in his mind, what would his hero, what would Quark do?
Quark would not trust Madcap.
Especially since he said that he can't even guarantee to get us back to the right 2023.
Right. I don't have any reason to trust you. Screw you.
Well, I thought you were possibly reasonable as well. I mean, I am the amazing, incredible Madcap. And while there could be irregularities, my work is impeccable. If I say I can get you back, I will get you back.
That's not what you just said a couple of seconds ago. He's lying.
He's prevaricating.
Good catch.
I do have total recall.
Yep. I was waiting to see if you catch that. And he just kind of crosses his arms over his chest. Well, I can simply leave and just leave you here.
Go ahead.
You can try. At least that would show the
going to
warden
be?
whether or not you can.
It would exonerate us, too.
And the warden's like, and she's kind of checking on his watch. She's like, "Henry," and they kind of take a step back and they're kind of having a conversation you can't hear. And Madcap goes, "Yeah, warden, I don't think the cell will hold me as well as you think it does." And he turns around to you guys. He's like, last chance. Do you want to go home or not?
Not with you.
Looks at Zero Fox. Well,
We haven't discussed price.
that's true. That's true. We have not discussed price. And seeing as it sounds like you were possibly confused when you came here, I mean, there's really no reason why you should have gone through the portal. But here you are. Perhaps a deal can be made. Now it looks up at Polymer. He's like, if everyone can be reasonable.
I'll follow these two.
Looks
now.
back at Zero Fox. We can discuss a deal.
What would it cost us to get us back to our 2023?
Well, seeing as I do want to leave this detestable place, let's call it a freebie. But it may not be as precise as you need. Look, precision is gonna, well, it's gonna involve a little more.
Can you guarantee the right year? Place isn't that important.
Oh, 2023, yes, I can get you to 2023. That's not a problem.
Can you
Our
get us to
2023?
Our 2023, anywhere on the planet.
I can get you back onto Earth in 2023.
It wasn't a yes.
No, I think we'll take our chances with someone else.
Very well then. He's like, I bid you adieu.
Fuck off.
Poof. And he is gone. And the warden comes back and she's like, oh, shit, he left. All right, check around the facility, see if we notice anything. And she hits him on our watch, and the force field comes down. But the guards come in with their guns. They're like, still, I don't know. The fact that you guys appear and then Madcap appears again, why would he come back into our prison a second time?
I don't know. He
Madcap.
seems like he's up to something.
So am I a prisoner or can I leave?
Where are you going to go?
Anywhere but a 6x6?
She's
Can
like,
you
all
at least
right,
step out into the hallway?
all right. all right. Yeah, you come out into the hallway, and again, the cells are people yelling, scratching noises. The guards are walking around, trying to regain any kind of order that could possibly be gained. Warden's like, let's back to my office. Let's go.
It's really loud in here. How do you stand it?
It's part of the job. And she will take you and then back to her office. And this time the guards are you now have 4 guards again, including Henry, and they have their weapons at the ready. So, all right, now I need more in the warden, so I need more information. So you guys got here the same way that Griffin left?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess the way we understand it.
Through the ball thing.
She's like, that thing isn't there anymore. When you guys came through, it disappeared. So whatever he was talking about something being gained and something being lost, either you were the gain for what we lost. I don't understand that little maniac's logic. But
I'm not sure he does either.
But when you guys came through that doorway or whatever, it disappeared. So apparently Griffin made some kind of deal to leave, and somehow something was transferred. She goes, I'm not a magician. I don't understand these things. Now, Zero Fox. Now, again, you were elsewhere, and then suddenly you were in that white room.
Yeah.
You don't know how you got there.
No.
But something happened to pull you from wherever you were, brought you there.
Yeah. I don't understand it.
Miss
Nothing like
Warden. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. I was just going to say nothing like that ever happened to me before. So,
I swear this never happens to me. No, so.
yeah.
We can't be serious in this game. Anyway.
Miss Warden, I have a question about Griffin. Is he from this time?
Yes.
Okay. Madcap said something about how he couldn't guarantee that we get back exactly when, exactly where, exactly, I guess, which version of our world. So, I mean, if we go with the theory of something gained, something lost, maybe the change up, maybe the anomaly for Griffin was that he appeared out of time.
That sounds logical to me. Maybe he didn't care about where he ended up. He just wanted out of here, which, yeah, that.
And I don't suppose there's any time travel technology that's been developed in the last few hundred years?
Nothing reliable.
Sounds great.
Again, this is dangerous technology that, again, only seem to have caused trouble and destruction. It's not something that is readily available or even really should be used.
Probably not.
Are there any trustable or at least semi-trustworthy supers that have the ability to mess with time?
Trustworthy? No. You get the feeling from when you've been talking to these people that supers aren't really liked that much anymore.
Yeah.
That they're around, but they are not the heroes of the people that they are in your time.
What exactly happened? Like, why is there so much, I guess, anti-hero sentiment?
She will talk about how she's like, well, I guess we got plenty of time. She will describe how in the 2020s that there began a rising sentiment against people who were different, especially mutants. Very typical superhero stories. Registration at some point. Mutants were distrusted, and that there actually was a war started, started by superpowered beings who there weren't really good guy versus bad guy anymore. There was just powers. And they got out of control. And it led to mass destruction, another distrust of science as people turned more towards religion. They felt that science was the cause of all of their problems, and then the environmental disasters began. I mean, she pretty much goes on for like an hour, and she says it wasn't man's finest hour. Let's put it that way. But we rallied, and we managed to develop technology that we could capture She says, no offense, your kind, and begin to take back the world. Again, there's superheroes still, but the general public doesn't trust them. They're more like bounty hunters at this point, hunting down those who are more dangerous to society.
Well, I mean, with the right technology, you guys all became superheroes. Well, superpowered anyway.
This is the worst multiverse. Wait a minute. Who initiated the war? Was the Eternity Alliance involved? Maybe we are in a different version of reality. Maybe this isn't our 2700s.
She's like, no, the Eternity Alliance weren't. The Eternity Alliance were, she's like, do you really want to know?
Yeah.
She's like, they all perished before a lot of the biggest events happened.
Oh. Well, okay, but what if there was some way to fact check? Maybe our timeline has a different sequence of events to here. If it is a different timeline, I don't know.
And she's just kind of rubbing her head. She goes, I can only deal with one timeline, sir. I have no way of finding out if there's multiple timelines.
We need history experts, and you'd need to be a history expert, and we'd have to compare every single event that happened.
You're telling me that in 700 years there haven't even been any advancements in string theory or basic quantum analysis?
She's like, I'm sure there is. That's not my job, though. So you guys understand there are now different universes, different timelines. She doesn't understand. I mean, she's a smart woman, but that's not her job.
Right.
She's got to focus on her job.
The only important timeline is the one that we're in.
That's oddly logical, but okay, so who are, I don't know, how do we fix this then? You need to get Griffin back, or I guess maybe not, because he doesn't technically exist.
Yeah, I mean, unless we could find a way back in time to get him, how do you capture someone who's escaped through time?
Does Griffin exist in your logs? Have they been updated?
Yeah, she goes back. She goes, yeah, he's still in there.
Right, but is there any record or history that has appeared in the past for him?
She's scanning. She's like, age 35, born in Western New York State. She's like,
spend time on the courts where he spent most of his days.
She goes, how did you know that?
Maybe he went back to 2023 and went straight.
She's
retired.
Like, he exists in our time now. So all I know is he's not here anymore. Where he is, I guess your time, maybe your world. She's like, this is just giving me a headache. She's like, I don't know how to help you guys. She's like, you can, if I'm not going to be keeping you as guests here, I suppose you're free to go, but
yeah, I guess we could catch the next shuttle back down to Earth.
That'll be about 2 months from now. So,
do you have anybody who's locked up here that specializes in time travel?
Let me see. If you want to
dimension hopping,
let's see. Give me a. some of these stats I really don't like. Give me a charm roll, actually.
Charm. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just a kid.
To see if she'd be willing
Give her the
to
puppy dog
entertain that question. Let's put it that way.
It's a 3 and a 5. Nothing but odds for me.
Yeah. No, she's
You should start counting odds.
yeah. She's like. Not that. She. Even if we did have somebody, you're not going near them.
I guess we just live here now.
I guess so.
I mean, that won't be so bad. We'll pop down to Earth. We'll walk the land like Cain. We'll do good with people. Help the downtrodden. Overthrow the government. It'll be great.
And she goes, "What?
What?
Overthrow the government?"
What?
Just spitball it.
She's like,
No.
she goes, "All you do is make me want to put you in a cell.
No,
Tell your friend to shut up."
Zero Fox, please.
You guys are no fun.
I've been told that today.
Sorry, I just found out that I'm probably going to live out the rest of my days 700 years in the future and didn't get a chance to say goodbye to anybody.
Well, when you put it that way.
She's like, "I'm sorry, but," she goes, if it's any solace, I think you made the right choice, not trusting Madcap.
Do you have any bourbon in that desk?
She goes, "No." Like, you just look like, why would someone drink alcohol on the job?
I call bullshit.
No.
Where's what's this game's version of Insight?
Is there a version of Insight? That's what I'm kind of looking for.
Perception, intellect, covert.
Make an argument for
Covert is like
what you're looking
sneaking,
at,
is like your
yeah.
stealth.
Yeah.
You could make an argument for perception.
Streetwise.
Yeah.
All right, streetwise.
Wise, actually. Yeah, it could
All right,
be.
streetwise.
Reading people.
Okay.
It's not great
I'll
for
go
me, but oh hey,
Now you roll.
2, yeah.
She
2 out of
says-
2.
She says, "Not in my office." She says, "I really feel for you guys. I trust you are who you say you are, but I'm not unlocking my prison for you to monkey around with what's here."
No, fair.
Well, at the very least, could you tell me what it was in my file that you saw that stood out to you?
She's like, "Well, you..." Oh, she says, "Son, I hate to tell you this." She's like, "You only made it to about age 30. And then there was something about the Orion incident that, well, sounds like you didn't make it."
What's the
Okay.
Orion incident?
And she says, and at first she's kind of like, "What do you mean you don't know what the Orion incident?" She's like, "It involved the space station and the Orion's belt." And she's like, "We'll have to get you to the library or something to..."
But checkmate. Think. You're only what, 16?
Yeah.
So you went missing in action in 2023 at the age of 16, but somehow you managed to live to 30 something. That means either we get back, or the guy who died at 30 is a different you.
Right. And what I was thinking is it's probably a different me, because wouldn't some record have shown up if Griffin had appeared in the past?
Right? Well, I mean, unless he went completely.
Do you want to look for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like put that ear filter on and spend 10 minutes scrolling back, you know?
She will look. She says.
Those records even survived the war.
She says.
They have files on us.
There's nothing I can find about anybody calling themselves Griffin appearing anywhere. So maybe we are not in the same timeline, universe, whatever you call it. But a Checkmate, a Zero Fox, and a Polymer, and the Eternity Alliance did exist in my universe.
Well, I mean, that makes sense. Fox does transcend humanity.
Zero Fox, you still have the necklace, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Still sitting there. Is it still look glowy in the astral?
Yeah.
So what, you're basically like immortal or something?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, sort of. I mean, you could sort of think of me as a shadow.
Can you time travel?
Only in one direction.
Okay. I get it. Same. Gotcha.
I just punched him. So, Warden, are you gonna ready spare rooms that aren't President's house?
We do have, dormitories for the guards. You can stay there. I will see if there is any way we can get another shuttle up here. I don't have a lot of pull, and be honest, nobody really wants to come here. But I will. She said, I will see what I can do, but see if I could get a shuttle sooner than 2 months.
Okay. And in the meantime, if there's anything we can do to help, short of mopping the floors, I don't do floors.
She's like, well, can always use some muscle around here, and when we're doing prisoner transfers.
I could do that.
And then she looks at Zero Fox. She goes, I don't know. Are you a magical being or? And then she looks over at Checkmate and she goes, son, are you a technology? I mean, are you magical? What happened to you? What made you the way you are?
I mean, long story short, I got sucked into a video game, but it mostly seems psionic.
You don't think you're still in the video game now, do you?
I'm kind of questioning that. I don't see any like health bars or anything in the corners of my vision, though, so I'd assume no.
I don't feel like an NPC, but if I were,
sometimes
would
you
I
feel like
know?
an NPC, sometimes you don't. Actually, yeah. Checkmate. Give me a technology roll, please.
Mm.
All Although
Okay.
a waiting lobby for a video game would explain that weird white room.
And you know what? I got a 4 and a 6, but I also am going to burn a resolve so I can explode that 6.
Okay.
Oh, is this your specialty?
Yep.
Nice.
Darn it. Not worth it. Oh well. 3 altogether.
Okay. While you're sitting there, the warden has her monitor hologram kind of thing. You think you see, like, hate to call it a glitch in the matrix, but something on the image just kind of bloop, and then pops back that catches your attention.
Wait, did you see that?
The other guys do not notice it.
And what file is pulled up on it right now, or is it just like this?
It was when she was looking up your past.
It was in my file. Just there was some sort of glitch or something.
And she's like, "Son, you look like you've seen a ghost."
I'm kind of a walking one, so no, I swear I just saw something.
And she's
I
like,
peer at him, with my astral sight.
give me a technology roll. And Polymer, if you'd like to make a technology roll as well, you can.
Sure. Yeah, no.
So just Polymer and Checkmate?
Mm-hmm. Oh no,
Oh,
Zero
me?
Fox, you can make one.
Oh,
Yeah.
Zero Fox?
Yeah.
Doing another one.
I don't have much in the way of technology, but
Yep, that's fine.
nope, nothing.
2. You know what? I'll burn another resolve and
Okay. Yeah.
try to explode that 6. 3 again.
Okay.
Dang. 2 altogether.
The image of Checkmate that was kind of spinning again. It went bloop.
There.
And you guys would and Zero Fox, what did you get?
Nothing.
Nothing. Polymer?
Nothing.
They don't see anything. But you saw your image kind of just go bloop, and then like just disappear for like a quarter of a second, and then the warden's like, that's odd. I don't.
What's on?
She's like, something on my display just seemed to malfunction.
Well, we are floating around the Earth. Stray cosmic rays.
Put it back and try again.
And she goes back and she kind of runs it again, and it comes back up. Checkmate, give me another technology roll, please.
Oh boy. I'm picking 4 different ones. Come on. Okay. 6 and the 2, so that's 3 altogether.
Okay.
Screw it. I'm gonna go ahead and burn another resolve.
Okay.
Explode. 5.
Okay. So you have 5 successes now?
No.
You rolled a 5.
the
Okay.
3.
No,
Yeah,
that's
3
fine.
again.
I think a resolve would have been better spent just re-rolling the dice.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot you could do that. Yeah.
Go ahead and I'll give you a freebie. Go ahead and re-roll.
Okay.
So.
Golly. It's been a while.
No, yeah. We haven't played this in a while, so.
Yeah,
I'm also
or
trying
to, or re-rolling, like the one die that didn't give you a 6 or something like that.
Yeah, my first roll was better.
Okay.
Damn.
Okay.
All right.
You still see that the image came up and it kind of blipped a little bit, and then again, but this is like kind of like a hologram that just kind of turns, in a circle. So
it's not like the video is resetting the loop or something like that. There's something else.
it's in a sense, in a way, she kind of refreshed, but it's still. And she goes, did it again.
Could I try something? I don't want anybody to get freaked out, but I could try to nullify the tech and see if that does anything. I just don't want anybody to get freaked out and like.
She's like, what does that involve?
I basically think I want to nullify something and then it happens.
Can you define nullify?
She goes, nullify sounds bad.
I mean, just like turn it off, turn it back on. But if, we've seen Madcap mess with technology before. So if there's any kind of extra influence and you think this is weird, then this should be able to just shut down.
Sure.
Okay.
Goes,
it shouldn't harm anything. I can select it. So it only affects the things that I want it to affect. So if it's okay with you, I'm just going to give it a try. And I'll try to use nullify tech.
Okay. She's like, all right. She's like, I'm trusting you. Stranger from the past.
Yeah.
Don't let the blue smoke out.
So I've got this is my signature ability, so I've got 10 dice on it.
Okay.
And I do have the selective feat, so it only has to affect the stuff that I choose. Okay. You've got to be kidding me, you guys.
3 again?
5 1s, 3 5s, 1 3, and 1 6.
All right. I'm going to loan you a resolve here.
Yeah. Thank you.
Resolve is like, come on, all right, relax now. You look really tense.
I'm really tense.
You can do this. You got this. Give you a little shoulder rub. Don't think about it. Just go.
That's so much better. Thank you.
You're
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 successes.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay. So so this power essentially turns it off in a way. Is that what?
Yeah. It's like the way the book describes it is it's kind of like Professor X when he just shuts down an area, just like
Okay.
I suppress whatever power, and I have either super or tech. I can affect either of those in the same way. Okay. And it basically just they can't.
An anti-tech field comes up and it's no longer technology, it's just a brick.
Basically.
Okay, when you do that, everything just kind of goes. And Zero Fox, you notice your necklace now is starting to glow.
Ooh. Do that again.
Everything's down now. Everything's turned off. So
not the oxygen, I hope.
So it's just this is glowing now that the generalized tech field is suppressed.
And she's like, okay, are you going to turn it back on?
I mean, well, the necklace seems to be reacting. I could turn it off at any time. Are we?
She's like, she goes, I don't know. She goes, I need my technology to. She goes,
she's got to send emails.
And she goes, and I've also got a whole damn prison here.
Release it.
Okay.
I'll let it.
That's when everything comes up. Here, want. Alarms are going off. And she's like, oh, God damn it. Now, Zero Fox, and she's getting up to run out of her office. Zero Fox, that necklace is now, you start feeling it pushing against you.
Pushing against me, like it's trying to go somewhere?
Yeah.
Okay. I've got to follow the necklace and leave the room and try to navigate with it.
Yeah. The guards aren't really paying attention to you. They've now sprinted out.
Okay, then I can take my time and not vanish.
Yeah. Now, when you step out of her office, you remember how you got here. You came through that hallway that that you initially came in from the doorway that you came in through.
Mm-hmm.
Guards are running around, getting the sounds of, these alarms are going off.
Oops. I think that's my bad.
Oh, now we got something to do.
The necklace kind of rises off your chest, and almost, what do you call those dowsing rods, or what do you?
Yeah.
Kind of pulls up, and is kind of floating in front of you.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna use it like a dowsing rod and sort of, try to follow it.
Okay, checkmate. Polymer, what do you guys
Follow
do?
him too.
Yep.
You're following? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You
Get your way
guys,
home.
it starts leading you back through the prison. And you're dodging guards, running back and forth. And it leads you back to the hallway where you came in. And now there is a blue sphere that wasn't there before.
Okay. And the last episode, it was a blue and a green.
Yeah.
It was a white and a green, wasn't it?
You're white and a green, but this one is blue.
This is blue. A white and a green and blue. Okay. Shall we dive in?
Yep, I grabbed both of them and jumped in.
You guys jump in, and you are in some kind of passageway with the swirling lights. Think Stargate, like when they go through a Stargate, and you're able to move in it, and it seems to take you. You feel like you're just walking forward for like 30 minutes. But you just keep walking forward, and you do see, you eventually get to like a bluish light, like in front of you, like way kind of in the distance, but as you keep moving, it gets closer. Give me investigation rolls, please.
There are no sounds of trains heading toward us, are there?
Yeah.
I don't know. You tell me. We'll see in a second.
All right. Yeah, I got 3,
Three?
a 4, and a 6.
4 and a 6. Okay.
3.
As you get closer, it looks like this blue area kind of ripples like water, but you can see, as you get closer, what looks to be police cars in the distance, and some human figures standing just outside the watery substance in front of you.
Okay.
That looks like where we left.
I mean, could be. Let's check it out.
Okay. Whoosh.
I assume
Okay.
you're still holding us.
Yep. Big brother dive through.
So we stay together.
You dive through, and you look around, and you appear to be back in Ohio. There are the same police cars, and you do not see the green or white orbs, but there's this blue doorway right behind you.
Okay.
And the policemen are like, "Where did you guys go?"
Quick! Who's the president?
They're like, "President? It's blah 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 blah," and that's correct. So
Okay. Which way did Griffin head off in?
who's a griffin?
The clown thing.
Oh, you mean the protector?
The... Huh?
Huh?
And that's where we're gonna stop.
He renamed himself?
Talk about a rebranding.
That's Checkmate.
All right. Well, thank you, my friends. There was a couple different options for that. You could have worked with Madcap.
Of course.
The other option was looking at the technology, and there was something going on with technology, and it did involve the necklace. So that's why I was glad you went with that nullify, as much as it's like a tech bomb. It helped with something. So, but who knows where you're back to? So something's changed since you left. Let's just put it that way.
Oh no!
So
Mom married the wrong man.
You're not my mom. Not really.
all right. Well, thank you guys. We've been wanting to finish this, get this issue out there for a while. So, I want to thank everybody who's been watching tonight. Hope you enjoyed it. Anybody who's watching on YouTube later or listening on the podcast, thank you very much. Anybody have anything they want to plug, advertise that they got going on? I always pick on Jeffrey first. So
Sure. Hey guys. I'm doing art. I'm doing more and more. And if you go to @JGilbankArt on any of the social platforms, you can find me. Yeah, and keep tuning in for more Restless Barbarian.
hey, thank you. Q, you got some things going on this channel soon.
Absolutely. A week from today, we're going to have our Mothership game. We're starting a mini campaign running through another bug hunt, the module from the recent box set that was kickstarted. So that's going to be a lot of fun. There will be 4-ish or more episodes, depending on how quickly people run through the content or how slow they want to chew over everything. Be working with a couple of people I haven't gamed with before, so I don't know exactly how they're going to approach the game. If they're going to be slow and methodical, or they're just going to rush through every door and get killed. So, either way, I'm sure it'll be exciting.
Yeah, I think it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. It is technically linked to our Original Sin series, in that 2 of the same characters will be appearing. So that's about the only connection at the moment. We'll see what our what is the title? Is it GM in this one? I think it's GM in Mothership.
What do they call it? Yeah, I don't remember.
In Alien, they call it like Game Mother or something like that.
I think it's master, narrator or whatever.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So there's a if you haven't watched our series Original Sin, go back and watch it. You'll see one of the characters, Mo, who's a Marine, and there's also a real pain in the ass NPC by the name of Dallas, who I've decided to play him just because he was such a pain. So he'll probably be the first one to die.
It depends on whether you touch the goo.
Exactly. Just don't touch the goo, and don't roll a 100 at that time. So
right. So that'll be fun. And then you can check me out at hudspeth.games. Just see some of my written works.
Right. Lemmy, you got anything going on?
No, just Control Burn Part 6 tomorrow.
Okay.
All right.
All right, well, thanks, everybody. We are going to wrap up for tonight. And again, we enjoyed having everybody here, and we will talk to you all soon. Good night.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.